Now, an upcoming workshop seeks to help models be on their best and slay on the catwalk. Let's find out more about the art of modeling. Joining us are members of the Academe MNL or MNL President Anna Sideco and Mika Reins of its PR and marketing. It's a beautiful day, Anna and Mika. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Now, I wish I had this workshop when I joined all the pageants, because I definitely needed
yes,
this.
she's our beauty queen here on the show.
Because I joined and I had no idea, because we were talking about all the elements that you guys offer in the workshop. So can you tell our viewers exactly what is the art of modeling and what inspired you guys to develop this?
Okay, so I'm a former president of PMAP, which is the Professional Model Association of the Philippines. So from there, we launched a series of workshops before when I was a board member and when I became president. And we noticed that there's really a demand for it, for not only for aspiring models, but for in the general population. So we noticed that our students, it's not really just about modeling, it's more on capacity building, you know, to develop your skill set. Like in school, you can use it to build your self-confidence, you can use it in the workplace. So our goal or our mission in the Academe Manila is to develop these enrollees of us so that they can use it in their everyday life. So that's the purpose of our workshop.
We were talking about this off air, you know, what are the different elements that are included in your series of workshops? And you mentioned like there's personality development, right, and everything. What are the skills and the knowledge that you aim to teach the participants of these modeling workshops?
We're here to provide a boost of confidence. It's not limited to aspiring models, but professionals as well around. It could go against like beauty queens, even actors, models, and just aspiring people who want to get that confidence out there. You know how sometimes we feel like it's like a muscle memory, like we have to build every single day. Confidence is not really found in just a day. It's a working.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a working system for me.
So our keyword actually is empowerment.
Yes.
Nice.
That's
So
our
typically,
goal.
how long are these workshops, and can you tell us about the curriculum?
Okay, so right now we have the 3 basic workshops. It's the art of modeling. That's the first workshop we launched, and then as we've mentioned, it's an workshop it's a 4-day workshop, and it focuses on print modeling, personality development, so, public image and branding, including social media, because nowadays it's all about social media. And the last day is all about runway. So that's what we discussed. We're talking about in that workshop. And then in the second one is a runway series, because we're from Professional Model Association of the Philippines. So mostly our core modeling is runway. So we are focusing on the different types of runway walks. So there's RTW, which is ready to wear, glam. There's also haute couture or high fashion. And then we also have a day for beauty pageant, for beauty pageant walks. So, and then we're also launching by May of this year, the summer, we call it the Little Rascals Model Camp. So we're focusing on the kids, the 6 to 12 years old.
That's nice.
So we launched it last week.
Yeah, last
we had the
week.
little kids. Yun, sobrang magulo. So we're
I bet,
fixing.
ang cute nun.
Super,
the kids, yes. But you know what, you talked about empowerment, right? And the workshops being open to not just those who want to be models, but professionals as well, those who just want to build their confidence. And nowadays, when you look at social media, you see people embracing already different body types, right? Because when you say modeling, immediately what comes into your mind is, you know, you see these women who are very slender, who fit perfectly in these small clothes and everything, but now we try to embrace the different body types, right? So do you promote this in your workshops?
We definitely do. Actually, we had a conversation way back. We were board members in PMAP, and how there was a stigma way back before models should be around 6 foot tall and 5'9".
And there's a peg there,
there's
right?
a peg, there's a standard.
Yes.
And how we see things changing even after the pandemic is when they embody more models that are also content creators and going into the digital platform. So we're starting to embrace a new change, and it's becoming really a powerful tool right now, like how modeling is not found just being a 6-foot model, but also through social media as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been veteran models.
Yes.
And like you mentioned, social media plays a big
Yes, it
part in
does.
modeling now in
It does.
our day and age. So how has modeling evolved since you guys started your career? And do you guys address these changes at your workshops?
Actually, for me, I started in 2006, so a long time ago. So before, there's social media, pero I think it's just the launch of Facebook that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not really, there's no social media that much. So
Like
it's
sa
more,
start pa lang siya eh.
it's more
Yeah,
on
yeah.
print modeling, like
Yeah.
high fashion modeling. So during my time, we were, parang I can say na you can earn because of just the ads and the runway walks and the print. But nowadays, parang if you compare it to the social media, parang medyo bumaba yung sa models, the demand for the fashion models, and then the demand now is for the influencers. So I feel lang na actually I pity the new models because there's no more magazines anymore. During my time, there's so many magazines. I was actually branded as the magazine editorial queen
Okay.
because
Yes.
for 3 straight years, as in every month, I was published in magazines every month. So that was my title before. But now there's parang so few magazines na.
Digital na
Yeah,
kasi.
it's
Super
very
digital.
digital right
And
now.
I think parang pros and cons din siya. I think the cons of that is parang everybody can be a model na.
Okay.
Before,
Right.
during our time talaga,
Yeah,
you have to have the look, you have to have the height and the body. But now, di ba yung iba, you just post and then you edit it in social media. Parang okay, then post it and then parang model ka na. Parang yun yung difference during my time. But with her, she's a different generation kasi. So, iba yung kanya. You tell your...
I think I was able to reach Anna's time because she was my president when I entered PMAP back in 2018. And I still reached that traditional methods of print modeling, but I was in that that transition when people were going digital.
Yeah.
And it was a really, I mean, I didn't experience the exact print that you can touch in the magazines and see it come to life. So right now it's purely digital. So in a way, there's that digital and print aspect. So I think I still get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
With it, but it's just a weird traditional change.
Parang for
from
us, super excited
before.
kami. We're going out, let's say, we shoot for this magazine and it's coming out, let's say, in May. And then we're gonna wait for it for a few months and then it's in the newsstand. You buy it
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we literally tear it.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
why
You
it's
can
called
frame
tear
it and
sheets, diba?
everything.
We call it
Yeah.
tear sheets, we tear it and then we put it in the portfolio.
Yeah.
Pero now kasi wala nang ganun.
You just
Everything's all digital portfolio.
You
it's
have
all
to find it
digital.
online and then
So,
yeah.
copy paste mo siya, right?
Yes,
And save it
yes.
on your hard drive.
So
or
for me, I
something.
have so many yung books, puro magazine tear sheets siya. So now for the new models, parang wala na. And to answer your question, we didn't answer the question. The question pala is about how do we incorporate into our workshop.
Yeah.
So as we've said, we incorporated a module called social media, public image and social media branding. So that's her module actually.
Okay.
So because it's her generation, diba? So it's into mga social media, mga branding. So because there we need to talk about yung mga mental health. Actually, we had a
Yes,
student
of course.
before.
That's important
We had a
too.
student before na parang she said that Mika's module that time was very timely. It was a feedback. It was very timely daw that because that time she was parang stressed in social media and all na parang yung mental health daw niya is suffering. And then it's very, para daw siya nagkaroon ng free therapy during your,
Yeah.
kasi parang they were discussing about what would you want to portray
Right.
in social media, and then yun yung specialty niya.
Would you say social media and the body image consciousness would be the biggest, I guess, challenge the models face from before and today?
I definitely agree. And now with social media, I would say it's even harder because you would see
Yeah.
people from all around the world with different body types, looks. So there's that, you have to really protect your mental health in a way because there's a need for keeping a safe space with yourself and just forgetting that social media is not always real.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when we had that guest, the guy who was modeling also, the modeling industry. I forgot his name, but anyway, I asked about that because you know when you post your photos online, you get
Yes.
all these feedback from
Yeah.
people. in the Philippines, all over the world, and some can be really harsh. And it can take a toll on your mental health and how to handle this particular situation. Does your workshop also address this problem, and how do you help your participants face this kind of mental health challenge?
Our workshop does address the problem, and it's really more about there's not a certain way you can address mental health. It's not a cure immediately. I think it's just knowing how to have open conversations with one another.
Right.
And with the workshop, I love to talk to the students, and I love them to tell me how they feel. And in that way, when you talk to one another, you open your shared experience and you learn from one another. And in a way, you get to have this safe space.
Is there like a particular success story or a moving story from one of your participants?
I guess there was one who reached out to me because I'm Filipino Chinese, and we come from a very conservative environment. Growing up, and it was a guy. He mentioned that he was really into modeling, but his parents couldn't really allow him to do it, and I told them maybe you can try it like on the side, or maybe you can open up about it. So it was just a really good conversation, and how he can open up and talk to his parents about allowing him to push for modeling in a way.
Now, girls, unfortunately, we don't have any more time, but we can talk about this all day. It's such an interesting topic. But for our billionaire viewers who are interested in joining the workshops, where can they find you? And social media posts as well.
Okay, you can find us in the Academe the Academe MNL, shortcut for Manila, in Facebook and in Instagram. And we also have our current upcoming workshop on March 29.
Okay.
And that's our Art of Modeling workshop.
And what are you guys' social medias?
Our social medias, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We're at the Academe Manila, and please follow us and like us, and stay tuned for more updates.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
PMAP,
Thank you.
models and veterans, president, lahat na kayo na yung models. Thank you so much, Anna and Mika.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.